Alrighty, good morning guys. Good Labor Day morning. I guess nothing better to do than be out here laboring. This is our next project that we're going to work on here. We got to do some grading, and I've got Lee with me. Lee brought a skid steer, and we try to get him going on this. Probably in all rights, this building should have been probably a foot higher than what it is. We've got to come in and cut this out. They've already got a driveway laid in, so we got to come in and cut this out, but we're going to have to take and scrape all that gravel off. More than likely, because we have this area here and that area over there we need to go in and cut. They want it about 3 inches or so below this slab here. So they want this cut out, because as it is now it's sloping this way, and it's running down here. There's no guttering on the building, so everything's just falling right here. We also have to do that side over there. So again, we may have to end up by coming and cutting all this out. We'll just have to see. But the problem child, so to speak, is right here. And I don't know if you can really see that, but kind of give you a low version. That dirt is, on that corner right there, that dirt's 8 or 10 inches above the sidewalk. And everything, it slopes up. It is like where Lee's getting ready to unload. Everything's sloping up that way. We have to come in here, and we've got to cut this all down here. Because we want to put 4 inches of gravel or so on that, but we got a distance that we need from that beam down to where the final grade is going to be. So this area has to be all scraped and cut here, because it has to be all gravel. And the same way with over here. There's another place over here that's some concern as far as what we're going to do here. See this situation we got right here? The ground is way above our curb, or our edging on our slab there. And so all this is coming down. You can see it's already on the dirt's already on the slab, and we have no guttering, so the water's going to come off here. We've got a French drain discharge there that we've got to be careful with. So this is all got to come down here. In fact, we may have to end up by doing some sort of retaining wall or something here, so we can get this down low enough. He may want to still drive in this direction, and if that's the case, then we may have to do some sort of curvature deal like this or something. I don't know yet, so we won't know until we get to cutting and stuff. But we'll worry about this later. Anyway, well, what do you think, buddy?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna check Lee's skid steer operating skills. Gonna put him to the test. This is kind of a proverbial you know, shit sandwich, so to speak, pardon my language. But so this is gonna be a good one for him to start out on. So, but I got faith in him. I'm sure he'll do fine. But anyway, all right. Well, we're gonna set up. Got the laser set up, and we're gonna go in, work on this corner first, because again, this corner is gonna dictate how everything else flows everywhere else, with the exception over there on that side. So anyway, all right, let's get after it. Alrighty guys, well, we're making progress. Well, let me rephrase that. We were making progress. Cut this radius on around, you know, and then this ultimately will be sloped back. And then we're gonna have to slope this. We'll have to slope this towards the sidewalk. And like I said, I hope to get some slopage this way as well, because like I said, right now everything's running right into the building. So anyway, that's the idea. But we've had a snafu. Well, somehow or the other, a big old flint rock has worked its way down in here and got hung right here. And when Lee dropped the loader arm down, that rock hit this cylinder and bent that cylinder. So I don't know if you can see it, but it came down and bent that cylinder, that tube, the barrel. Wow. So we are probably done for today. I may have to run back and grab the 850, get it up here to. We'll just have to see. I mean, of course, Labor Day, cat's closed, and there's probably no way to. I doubt very seriously there's any way to straighten that tube. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it didn't bend that rod when it went down in there. So anyway. Yeah, it may be quite the catastrophe. Don't know yet. We don't know until we get it apart and see. So anyway, the saga shall continue. The tears and everything else. So anyway. All right, guys. Well, I haven't videoed this project for a day or so. It's been kind of a cluster. I think when I last videoed on this, Lee is 289. He'd bent that cylinder, and so we got it pulled off. He's found another one. Probably gonna go with the used cylinder. We did pull that one apart, and if you follow me on Instagram, we posted pictures of the inside of that cylinder. There was metal everywhere. Now he has to go in and pull the other cylinder apart, clean it, and flush it out because of the connectivity that those two have, and then he's going to drain all of the hydraulic oil out and change all of the filters as a precaution. So anyway, right now it kind of looks like a bomb. Like I said, we've had to go and kind of redo some things. This driveway was put in here. The owner decided he wanted to do something different out here in front on both sides, so we had to go in and pull out this driveway and take the driveway down to create a slope so the water can get on out of here. So that we're gonna have a bit of a lip here, but I mean, it kind of is what it is. We were gonna go ahead and get this all fine-tuned, get this back in shape, but the owner now wants a couple of frost-free hydrants, one put on either side of the door, on either side of the patio there, the concrete. So that there's no sense in us doing any of this until they get through digging their lines in. So we're leaving this as it is for now. Like I said, we may have to end up by kind of going and cutting this down, just this upper edge, cutting it down to maybe get that gravel drop down a little bit. I think we got enough fall out there. There was a big hump there that we had to take out. This is a swell that we are cutting. As you can see, and I think I mentioned in the last video, that corner of the sidewalk, the ground was 7 inches above the sidewalk. And then we had an upward slope coming up. So I didn't want to go in and have to cut a big swell in here, but we have no choice. So, I mean, it's coming around, but it's a slow because we only have just minuscule amounts. I mean, we may only have 3/4 of an inch fall here, maybe an inch here. So we're splitting hairs basically. So anyway, that's a rental machine. That's a Cat 299D, Cat 299D, a D3 I believe it was. So anyway, basically what he's doing is going in and scraping off all of the topsoil. We're just getting this, we're just kind of getting this hogged out of here right now. We're gonna have to go in and cut our well down some more based on the situation we have here. We gotta have 90 inches from that beam down to the ground. We got 88. So we've got to end up by cutting this down. We in turn have to cut that down. And we have to cut it down and back, and then want to raise it just a little bit back where our flags are at. Want to raise it just a little bit. We're gonna have to end up by cutting a swell down through here. Right now he doesn't want to put guttering. Right now he doesn't want to put guttering on the roof. So the water's going to come off and hit. So more than likely we're going to have to dig a trench through here, a couple bucket widths wide, and put some lateral rock down deeper, and then top it with some base rock. So when this water kicks off of here, it's not going to hit and blow that all out. So anyway, this one's been a pain in the butt. Because like I said, we just have no room to cut any slope for the most part, because everything is so minuscule. I talked with a builder, and the owner is the one that requested things be done like this. So it's not the builder's fault either, but the building should have been, in essence, the building should have been a foot higher, because they've got a step down down in there. So anyway, I could be out riding a D6 right now, making that big cut. If you've been following me on Instagram, and that's at Dirt Daddy 953, you know that I've been using the D6 to take a big old cut, take basically a whole top of a hill off, and that ground is rock solid, literally. I'll be surprised if I don't have to end up by flipping the cutting edge before I even get that project done, because that ground is just so brutal. So anyway, well, we'll set this up and let you watch him for a little bit. I've only got half days the next few days, because I've got other projects, other things I have to be doing. So anyway, all right, We'll keep getting after it.